Hey, hi, welcome guys. Welcome back to our channel, which is Fiveron. Today, I'm going to discuss about the ensemble machine learning techniques. What is ensemble machine learning techniques? Why the people are trying to learn the ensemble machine learning, and why it is, a very trending machine learning algorithm. Everything we will see in today's session. So before going to start this session, I would like to discuss about the previous topic what we had covered so far. In the previous session, we had covered linear regression, logistic regression, and decision tree. So these are the base model, I can say. There are many things which we have to discuss, like KNN, naive based clustering. These are many things we are going to discuss. No worries at all. But as a point of ensemble technique, this is very important. With that, many problem you can solve it out. So before going to start, I would like to discuss about some story. Let's suppose I had given you one task. I had given one application to build you. One application you have to build. Okay, one application you have to build. If you will build this application alone, means you are developing and you are only doing the testing and you are deployment, all those things you are going to done. So most probably this application will be live within a 5 to 6 year. It will take around 5 to 6 year, and might be you miss something, because everything we cannot, single person cannot do everything. Means each and every task cannot be done by the single person. So you have to explore, you have to do Google, and everything you have to do by self. So might be possibility you miss something, and due to that it will impact in your production. So it's similar kind of ensemble machine learning. So similar kind of, in order to overcome this problem, what we are going to do in organization, we are hiring different, we are hiring the different domain expert, in the sense of, let's suppose we have a developer team, dev team, we have ml expert, we after that we have testing team who will test all those things. Then we have DevOps teams who will nowadays, though, developer only doing all those things, because Kubernetes and Docker came into the picture. So this task is getting very easier handy. Okay, so these are the different different team, I can say, which is going to perform, which is going to make one application live into production. So each team having their responsibility, they are doing their job and they are making it successfully. Similarly, ensemble machine learning, in case of machine learning also, we are following the same thing. We are going to follow the same thing in case of ensemble machine learning. Let's suppose if you want to display one authority, one commission, and one bill to the parliament, what is going to be happen? You pass their bill, IS officer pass their bill, IS officer done everything. Now at the end, in the parliament or in Rajya Sabha or Lok Sabha, they are discussing about all those things, and after that they are giving the acceptance, like okay, this is kind of acceptance, you can clear it up. The similar kind of techniques we are going to develop in case of machine learning also. So what we are going to do, as a base learner, we know what is the what are the base learner we have many base learner, like KNN, we have linear regression, logistic regression. They all are doing their job, they all are doing their job at their place. Now in case of, let's suppose what we can do, let's suppose linear regression or logistic regression, I'm discussing about the classification problem. So it's a binary classification problem. So what we can do, let's suppose one decision tree, I'm discussing about the decision tree. So decision tree are predicting, means 80 are predicting this result at a 80% accuracy, 80% accurate result is giving. Next, some other binary classification algorithm, like a logistic regression, LR is giving the 95% accuracy with the same training testing data set. Okay, so we are going to combine all those results, and whatever model is giving the correct output, that model we are going to choose. This is our approach, means single we are going to do. Similarly, in case of ensemble machine learning, same techniques we are going to use. We have a data set, and with that data set we are going to substitute our we are going to substitute our data set in the different part. Let's suppose we have 1,000 data set. Okay, so 250, we are going to convert this complete 1000 data set into 4 part, like a 250, 250, 250. Okay, 250, 250, 250. And next, this 250 data set we pass to the one ML algorithm or base learner, or you can say weak learner. So ML2, another ML2, ML3 we passed. Okay, so whatever majority, let's suppose this ML, this model is giving me means 95% accuracy. This model is giving 85% accuracy. This model is giving 97% accuracy. This model is giving 98% accuracy. So which I have to choose? ML4, right? Because ML4 is giving the 98% accuracy. So whoever giving the correct accuracy, means more accuracy, that model we are going to decide. So these are the same thing we are going to choose in case of ensemble learning techniques. So similarly, okay, so hope you understood this. What is the ensemble technique? Ensemble techniques is nothing but nothing hard and fast rule. We are going to associate multiple base learner or weak learner in a single algorithm, and we are going to make our new ML algorithm, that is known as the ensemble techniques. Again, ensemble techniques, again there is a different kind of ensemble techniques. Okay, so there is a 3 type of ensemble techniques. There is a totally 3 type of ensemble techniques, I can say. 1 minute, let me clear this. Okay, so total ensemble techniques, we have 3 type of ensemble techniques. Let's understand what are those 3 type of ensemble machine learning. We have first ensemble learning techniques is bagging. What is bagging? That we will see, don't worry. Bagging. Then we have boosting, and third is stacking. Okay, let's understand all those 3 type of ensemble techniques one by one. Okay, first we are going to discuss about the bagging. What is the bagging? Okay, bagging is nothing but, just try to understand in such a way. Let's suppose if you want to choose a prime minister vote is going on. So what is the things is going to be happen? Means everyone is giving the vote like prime minister A, prime minister B. Okay, so whoever will get more vote, that person will be a prime minister. This is the complete overall agenda, I can say. So similar thing we are going to do here also. So what we can do, just try to understand in case of bagging what is going to be happen. Just a minute. So in case of bagging, what we can do, so in case of bagging, similar, we have a data set. Okay, we have this data set, and we are going to distribute this data set into multiple part. Like we have complete data set. This is data set 1. Means we are going to partition the data set into 3 or 4, whatever you want. Data set 1, data set 2, data set 3. Okay, DS3. And this data set 1, I am passing to one algorithm, one ML model. Model 1, model 2, model 3. Okay, we are going to pass, and then we will apply the voting system here also. So whichever model will have more vote, that will be my result. This is known as the bagging. Okay, so this is known as the bagging. Okay, so in case of bagging, again there is some advantages and disadvantages also in case of bagging. So first advantages is that, let's suppose what is going to be, if you have a large data set also, then in that case also this algorithm will work fast. Why this algorithm will work fast? Because we are substituting complete data set into multiple part, and we are applying prediction model on different smaller data set. So parallelly these things is going to be happen. So this algorithm is very fast. So this algorithm will work if you have a large data set. And if you have a small data set also, or toy data set also, in that case also bagging will work fine. So this algorithm is working very good, but only one disadvantages are there. Only the main disadvantage of bagging is that improve the accuracy of the model on the expense of the intercapability. That is means what is that? If a single tree was being used as a base model, then it would have more attractive and easily interpretable diagram. But with use of bagging, this interpretability get lost. Okay, so this is the one disadvantage I can say. Another thing is that boosting. Okay, so bagging, hope you understood the bagging. Mathematical part we will see in the next video. What is the bagging mathematical concept? Now just try to understand what is the boosting. Just try to make it here. Okay, just try to understand the boosting techniques, guys. What is boosting technique? Boosting, Okay, so boosting is nothing but, let's try to understand. Let's if you are working in one research, if you are working in a research, just a minute, research, if you are working in a research, so this is the person one who is doing the research on this problem, person one who is doing the research on this problem, some problem he is doing the research. His age is 30. So till 20 years he did a research on this problem, and till 50 years he reached into the some conclusion, and still he did not find the solution of that problem till 50 years. So he found some conclusion. Next person will come, and again if he'll start this problem from the base, then again he might be reach up to this point only, or less than this, or more than this little bit, right? So this is not a correct approach, right? So in order to overcome this kind of problem, what is the techniques we are going to do? Actually, so person one had done their research till this point. Okay, second person, if he'll come after the retiring of the person one, then he will start from this point only, and he will continue his research, and he will reach at some point, like person two reach at this point, person to reach at this point. Okay, he did his research at this, but still he did not reach to the solution, and he also retired. Now in the third time, person 3 came into the picture, and he also again he started his research from here, from where this person 2 left. Okay, from there only this person 3 is going to start his research. So person 3 is going to be start their research from there, and he reach into the conclusion, finally conclusion. So in this, what is going to be happen means, single base learner, we are not going to use single base learner. Means we ask the result, we tell to first base learner, hey base learner 1, do your prediction, whatever you want you can do it, and whatever result will come with the first base learner, that result will take the second base learner as an input, and it will do his research on this input whatever came from the first base learner, and he done his prediction. Whatever output came from the second base learner, this output will be considered as an input for the third base learner, and third base learner again start working on their prediction which came from the second base learner, and he start doing his research, and he reach into the point where we have to. So this is known as the bootstrapping. So complete research is going to be happen in the multiple phase. This is known as the bootstrapping. Now coming to the stacking part, just try to understand what is stacking. Okay, again this session is completely theoretical part. In the next video I will show you the mathematical concept, stacking part. Okay, just try to understand what is stacking, guys. What is stacking? And also there is so many things are there, like a cross validation, random forest, pasting is also one of the algorithm, like a bagging only, but only slight difference. If you know the bagging, then pasting is very easy, not a problem at all. So stacking, what is going to be happen with the stacking? Just try to understand, let's suppose we have this data set. Okay, and we have different ML model. We have model 1, model 2, model 3. Okay, and model 1, model 2, model 3 is giving their output. Okay, this output 1, output 2, output 3. So 3 output came from the 3 model, and at the end what is going to be happen, these 3 output will be considered as an input of another model, which is known as the meta model. Okay, or you can say strong learner. This is the meta model, or you can say strong learner, meta model or strong learner. And this meta model will take this output as an input, and it will give the final result. So this is known as the stacking. So here what we are basically, stack means what? Stack means different stack means we are converting our complete problem statement into the different stack. So this is known as the stacking. Hope you understood this complete ensemble techniques, guys. And in the next video I will show you how to implement these things in the mathematical, and also I will show you how to do this thing with the coding. So hope you enjoy this session. If you really like this video, then please do subscribe our channel so that never missed our update. Thank you for watching this. Thank you.